Right, how are we doing? Bit of a different video this one. I'm filming this on my phone because I'm going to talk about, or I've been asked about, what I use for filming. So this is basically the kit I use. These are all my bits and bobs for doing my YouTube videos. And obviously you can see there's two GoPros here. That's the first decent one I had. It's the 7, and it's on my go-to mount. This mount is absolutely brilliant because it's very universal. You can use it to just plonk on the ground and just film that way, or you can hold it, you know, you can film like that. But what it's really used for, doing stuff like, if you say you had a chest mount, I found chest mounts to be an absolute, literally a pain, a pain in the chest, because I've landed on one before now. But what I use is this. It's absolutely brilliant. So it just means you're completely hands-free. So you haven't got to hold it. You put both your hands on the bars, and you can do some lovely, cool descent shots, and not worry about controlling the bike. So yeah, great. Love it. Use it a hell of a lot. A friend of mine, Josh Parsons, who does Keep Smiling Adventures, he uses one, and that's sort of where I got the idea from. So absolutely love it. This is a GoPro mount. There's another one as well, which he uses. I'm not sure which one it is, but I dare say I can find a link and put it in the description. So that's my go-to mount. The other one is this, which is sort of handheld. This extends. I should do this one-handed. So that extend, it's a bit of a tripod and obviously holding it with your hand, so you can just put that somewhere. I do use this quite a lot. Just plonk it on the side of the trail, and then you can film yourself going by. And then when you come back, you just grab it, press the button, pick it up, stick it in your pocket. So really handy bit of kit, and it's obviously just folds up like that. Excellent. The other one I use is this Joby Flexi mount. So you've got a camera mount. So this is the first mount I had. When I first bought a GoPro, this is what I bought to go with it. Basically for doing these old videos. And you can just plonk your camera on the top. This will go anywhere. You can hang it from trees. That's basically what I use it for now. It's just to stick it in a tree. It'll just hang anywhere because all these are flexible, and you can just mount it wherever you want. So that's really handy. I tend to always take that on a longish day trip or something like that. And then the other one I sort of don't use so much anymore is the handlebar mount. I did initially use this quite a lot. So you'll see the shots where I'm talking to camera from the front of the bike. It'll probably be on this. And you can swivel it around, press that button down, and this will swivel, so you can set it in different views. You can have it shot across the handlebars, or away from you, or to you. So that's really handy. The other thing I have bought is this, which is it's a hand mount, which actually has a stand on it as well, so it will open up as a support. So if you want to put your camera down, it'll do that. But this is a battery, basically. It gives you extra battery capacity. The top swivels, and also this lead here plugs into the side of the GoPro. When you buy this, you'll get a different door. It'll have to be either a 10 or an 11. This door pops off, and there's a different door where this cable plugs into the side, and it just means you've got one hell of a lot of battery power. But personally, I get these last a long time. I do a day ride on a battery. Obviously, I'm not using it all the time because I tend to just do little short shots. You just press this and press it and do a little shot and off again. And I'll just stuff this in my pocket. So I haven't actually found a use for this at all yet. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I may actually sell that. But anyway, and obviously the other beast in the room is a drone. So I've got myself a DJI Mavic Mini 3 Pro. Reason I bought this one is it's you don't require a license, so it only weighs 249 grams, as you can see. so you can take it anywhere, and you don't need to get a license or anything. And being that light, obviously, and this small, it'll fit in your pocket. I mean, you can see how small it is in the palm of my hand. So I just stick this in the back pocket of my shirt, and I can just take it out whenever I need to. This is a protector to go over the camera. The camera is so good. Some people are using this now like a GoPro, so they'll take their drone out and do some filming, but then also use it as a handheld. So it's got a gimbal on it, and a really, really good camera. The camera is tremendous. So you'll get some really cool shots. And obviously, if you film with the same camera, you'll get a consistency with when you make your video. But yeah, people use, you know, walking around, and they'll even put them on a pole and just use them to walk around with. So that's something else. But that's not what it's made for, not what I bought it for. I bought the I bought the drone, and I bought what they call the RC controller. This is basically a little computer screen. So it won't show you everything at the moment because I haven't got the drone turned on, but it just gives you an idea. This will have a picture of where you're going from the camera. It'll have everything on the screen. It'll have your range. It'll have a little map in the corner to show the drone's location. And I just love it. You've got 3 modes here. You've got sport, normal, and cine. Cine, I use cine quite a lot because it's nice and steady. It slows up. Sport mode is alright for playing around with, but it tends to eat the battery. Normal I'll use, or sport mode is if you're in trouble or a high wind, put it into sport, and it'll give it more power to get back to you into the wind. They do cope with wind really, really well. Super, super steady. I'll put a link to a few other videos about this because I'm not really that clued up on it yet. I'm still learning myself, but there's some really good videos around on how to use these and all the different features. Obviously it tracks you. It's got avoidance sensors on the front. Those 2 eyes looking at you are avoidance sensors. You've got 2 more there, and then you've got 2 more underneath, so it will track you. It will not crash. I have tried, it will crash sideways. There's no sensors on the side, but you can fly it at yourself or a tree and it'll just stop. It will not move. And it's also got a return to home system on it, so you can't lose it. No matter what you do, you cannot lose it. If the battery gets nearly dead, it will come back. It won't just fall out of the sky. If it goes out of range, it'll stop and it'll come back to where it took off. And 9 times out of 10, you'll pick up control of it again before it gets back. So yeah, it's really, really good, really handy. If you're into bike filming or adventure filming or outdoor, I would definitely recommend getting yourself one of those. So that's about it. That's my kit. What else? Nothing else I need to mention other than I just keep my SD card in a little pack because everything's got an SD card in it, and it's nice to have spare ones. Don't buy an SD card bigger than a 128, because if you put like a terabyte gig card in this and you happen to lose it for some unknown reason, or any bit of kit really, if you lose anything, you've lost a lot of data. So it's best to have 128 gig cards. I think everything in here has got a 128 gig card in it. It's plenty of capacity, plenty big enough, and I tend to empty them anyway pretty much every time I do something, and then reformat them. When you reformat a card, reformat it in the bit of kit that you're going to use it in. So don't reformat a card in this and then put it in a GoPro, because you don't do that. Always put it in the kit you're going to use. Format it in the piece of kit you're going to use. Okay, it's a bit of an extra video. This not really about biking, but I was asked about it, so I thought I'd just do a little video, and hopefully it's of interest. I'd love to know what other people use for filming. If you're into filming yourself on a bike or doing any sort of stuff, if you've got a drone, got some tips on drone flying, by all means post it in the comments below. Let us know. It's always good to pass on information. And excuse me, I think I need a cup of tea. So that's it for now. By all means, share the video, subscribe, like, all the usual stuff, and hope to see you in the next one. Okay, catch you later, people.